Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Fernanda and we're here back with City Skylines or with Keāa Kota. Well, welcome back. This is the 13th episode, I believe. And in today's episode will be based on a poll on Twitter that I made a few days ago, I think. We're gonna be tackling the hospital. It's a decent size hospital, I guess. Well, I mean, hospitals are supposed to be big, but yeah. But before I proceed, then I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank you for all of your support. And also, if you do hear noises in the background, then I have no control of that sound because that is coming from my neighbor's house or the other rooms in my house. So yeah, I apologize for that in advance. But anyway, here you might see that I've just repeated the clip, but I didn't actually repeat the clip. The game basically crashed and I had to uninstall another game that I had to make more space because apparently it was crashing, and also I cleaned up my storage as well because it seems like the cleaner your computer is, the better it performs. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but I find that actually works. And right here, the assets that I'm going to use are the Thai hospital, the Thai General Hospital. I'm not going to use the bigger ones, I'm just going to use the medium-sized ones. These ones are actually two separate buildings, as you can see right there. But I'll be combining them into one building in my imagination, I guess. I have no plans for any names for this hospital yet. You can totally comment down below about your name suggestions for this hospital, or you can tweet at me or something like that. So yeah, I'm open for name suggestions. Right there you see that the hospital building is gone. Well, that's actually not a crash. I was only I deleted the building off camera because I forgot to press record, but thankfully I have pressed record once again. In the end, I will have around 4 buildings in the hospital block, I guess, but the main building will consist of 3 buildings. And also there will be an ambulance kind of depot kind of thing on the back, which is pretty nice to have. So that is gonna be the 4th building. I mean, this is three buildings that makes up the main buildings, and then the ambulance depot will be in the 4th building in this block of hospital buildings, I guess. And also last time I built the island resort. If you haven't seen that, then you totally should, because it's actually one of my favorite things that I've done. Unfortunately, YouTube hasn't been pushing it a lot, I guess, and in result doesn't even hit the average views for it, I guess. But that's just YouTube analytics stuff. Just if you haven't watched that one, you totally should, probably after watching this one or something, because I do recommend it. I like how it turned out. I do like that build better than this build, but that doesn't really matter. If you hear that sound in the background, and don't mind it. Again, it's just sound from the outside. It's not even in my control. Right now I'm just decorating the lobby area. So my thinking is, so there's this channel so if you're new, I'm from Indonesia and I live in the outskirts of a city called Surabaya. So I guess every country does this, but this is new information to me. So I've been watching like ambulance responses videos on YouTube, particularly from a channel called 112. I think it's Responder Ambulance 112 or Ambulance Responder 112. 112 is basically the 911 equivalent of Surabaya. And that guy is basically a an ambulance in EMT or an EMS, one of those. Basically, he's a paramedic. I like to watch his videos. I don't know why. it is really cool, and I've noticed that hospital has like its own lobby or docking bay for its ambulances, for arriving ambulances that are delivering patients. So the lobby is actually different from the lobby that normal visitors go in from. So that is completely new information for me because I'm fortunate enough to not have been to a hospital that many times. So yeah, that is pretty much information that I got from that channel. But yeah, that's what I am implementing. So what I'm doing right now is gonna be the parking area and the lobby for visitors, and the thing that you see over there in a few minutes before this is gonna be the docking bay or the lobby only for ambulances. They're bringing patients, so that's gonna be whatever that is gonna be. That's gonna be the whole deal with that side. So right here you can see that I've made this small thing for the that's not me as well, for the motorcycle parking, and then just normal plain old car parking. If you've never been to Southeast Asia, then we have a lot of motorcycles on our roads. It's very, sometimes you just have to go to flow, and driving is very all over the place, even though I have not tried it, but I'm looking forward to that moment when I'm able to drive. So yeah, the parking for the hospital is actually very small. I am planning to expand the parking in the next episode or something, I don't know. And also I'm planning to finish that little green area on the left near the stairs there, over there, now to the right-ish, near the stairs. Oh, right here. I'm actually sort of distracted because I was just browsing the Steam Workshop, and somebody actually has this police car that I wanted, which is the Patwal, or the Patroli dan Ngawal, I think. So that means escort and patrols. So this police car livery, I love that blue, red, white livery more than the yellow and I guess that's grayish kind of color. Sorry, not gray, but brownish color. So yeah, thank you very much for the guy that made that. If you haven't watched the episode where I did the PlayStation, then over in that episode I mentioned that I prefer the police paint job on the Patwal more than the normal police cars because this looks better. I don't know, it's just my own preferences. So yeah, I did replace. I did. So basically add some extra fleet to the whole police department of this island, I guess. And also, if you haven't watched the town hall, the episode where I did the town hall, then on that episode I made a sort of government kind of person escort. Maybe it's the mayor, maybe it's the governor escort or something. So it's it's an escort. So you've seen it a few minutes ago where I replaced the normal car with the Patwal car, because basically what the Patwal is doing is they're escorting officials, and also they are patrolling the roads, and usually they are also sometimes considered as highway patrol. Because they do patrol the highways, they do patrol the big roads. It's highway patrols, but in bahasa Indonesia it's patroli jalan raya, which is basically big roads patrol. I guess if that's a literal translation, but highway patrol is their official translation for PJR or patroli jalan raya. So yeah, that's that. And right here, I was actually kind of considering, should I make an extra parking area over here in the back, or should I just make it up for a garden or something? And I figured that a garden would be better for everyone involved except for people looking for parking. But it's a hospital. The people's priority are people's health and not people's parking spaces. So I went for the garden, but now I got distracted into doing the ambulance depot. The ambulances are gonna be Indonesian livery. What do you call that? Ambulances. Sorry, it's been a very long week. I just had my school exam, my midterm test, I guess is what you'll call them. I don't know, it's like a mid-semester kind of test. So I've just finished that. I have 2 more days to go through, but that's that. But this is what I do in my off time. So yeah. I'll also like to apologize for the inconsistencies. Inconsistent upload schedule is what I'm gonna use to describe it. Sorry for that overly loud motorcycle. So I used to say that my schedule is gonna be 1 video every Friday at the earliest, and every Monday at the latest. Now I'm switching up the schedule. I'm still gonna upload weekly, but I'm not gonna have any schedule. So the schedule now is very simple. It's just 1 video every week. It can be on Wednesday, it can be on Saturday, it can be on Thursday, it can be on any day of the week. And that is because the inconsistencies of my tasks, primarily school related stuff, it's pretty hard to balance out YouTube and school. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So with the schedule being adjusted to only 1 video a week instead of a week every a certain day, it makes a difference, because then if I've already uploaded a video on Wednesday, then I don't need to worry about it until Monday rolls around, then I need to worry about it again. But that's basically the purpose of me rescheduling or remaking my schedule, basically. But yeah, if I do have free time, then I'll probably make a video early in the week. That'll be your lucky day, probably. That is if I'm having a good day, but mostly these last few weeks haven't been the easiest at all. But we're gonna pass this pandemic. We're gonna be, well, hopefully that is. I'm looking forward to meeting up with friends again, because that's, real world interactions, miss them the most. But yeah, anyway, enough about my stupid problems. You're here for the content. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm putting down decals that are manicured grass, not glass. And you can see that I've already decorated the depot with ambulances and the depot itself. And I'm just putting down trees and greeneries and vegetations and stuff like that. More trees, but I did decide I will now. I'm going to finish the trees over here on the backyard, but right here I ended up deciding to delete them, and I decided to redesign the garden, basically. But in the meantime, I decided to work on a path, because I figured that it needs a special path. It's in the hospital. It's sad to know that it can be the last place where you take your breath and stuff, but it is where people get I cannot speak today. It is where people get cured, and it is where people say their last goodbye. So there is a positive and a negative. Like anything in the world, there are always positives and there are always negatives. But yeah, that's that. There's this one thing that I'd like to talk about, and that is I bought a new game. I actually have a few games on my Steam library and I play some of them a lot. Some of them are very much off topic from this channel. Like this channel is primarily City Skylines, Town back in the days. So it's very much off topic. I have played Infinite Flight and X-Plane 10 mobile a long time ago. A few years ago maybe. Maybe I think those videos are actually private now. Or actually unlisted, I think. Because those videos are embarrassing. My voice is deep. It's like my voice is very, it has a very high tone, high note, I guess. I don't know. It's very different from what I am now, and that is very weird. But that is just a part of getting older, basically, getting into an adult. Yay, I guess. But anyway, the thing that I wanted to say is I bought a new game. I bought, as I mentioned earlier, I have a few games on my Steam library. Some of them are very off topic, like Flashing Lights, that's basically police, EMS, and firefighter simulator. I actually like those kind of games because I do like being that, and I do have GTA 5, but I primarily play GTA 5 as floor or modded. For LSPDFR, I used to play that a lot before I uninstalled GTA 5 due to insufficient space or storage space when I wanted to export, so I had to dump that. I also have Euro Truck Simulator 2. I like driving sims a lot. I have American Truck Simulator, I have BeamNG Drive. I enjoy those games too. I do have Simple Planes, just the most basic of flight simulators, if you can call it a simulator. Sorry. And also there is the new game that I just bought. Unfortunately, it's not Town, but it's actually Airport CEO. I'm waiting for a sale on Town. That's all I'm waiting for. So I bought Airport CEO. I love that game. I've been playing that game for, I don't know, like on my record I have like 1400 hours in City Skylines, and I bought Airport CEO a few days ago, and I have like 10 maybe 12 hours on it already now, or 15. So you know, I really do like the game. I was kind of wondering if you guys would like to see me play Airport CEO, though it is not a fixed decision yet. I'm still confused of what I'll do because I don't think that game fits the whole time-lapse situation and commentary and stuff, so I'll probably just play it how people play it normally, so it'll just be live plays and stuff, because I don't think you know, time-lapse will work. And also one more thing that I'd like to talk about before the video ends is that playing two games on one channel is easy enough, but actually editing them, recording them, and putting on commentary is actually harder. And it has discouraged me from playing other games than City Skylines, and that's why I've stick to City Skylines. And so yeah, the thing that I need to consider is how much free time I have. I might even have to, because basically with two games that I need to play, then I'll have to upload 2 videos a week, because if not, then it's not even gonna be frequent enough. It's only gonna be one video of your liking, or one video of Airport CEO every 2 weeks, or one video of City Skylines every 2 weeks, and that's not gonna be a great schedule for everyone. A great one from me, from my perspective, but not really a great one for others. And also the video has ended, so I guess we'll talk about this later on or next episode. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video, share this video, subscribe if you love this, and also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's all for me now, and I'll see you next time. See ya.